Hi everyone, so this yoga flow is meant for beginners. It's going to be very basic. We'll go over alignment and proper form of some of the basic poses. There's not going to be a lot of poses because it's a short class. Also, if you just want to work on your alignment, even if you're not a beginner, you can also do this class, or if you're just looking for a little bit of an easier class. Okay, so we're going to start in our child's pose. So you want to bring your big toes together, take your knees wide to start, and then stretch your arms out in front and your forehead on the floor. And your hips are leaning back towards your heels. It's okay if they don't touch the feet, but just lean them back. And then in this pose, start to find your breath. In yoga, we breathe in and out through the nose, finding your Ujjayi breath, slightly constricting the back of your throat so you can hear the sound of that breath. And then try to lengthen it out. Each inhale and exhale a little bit longer. In your child's pose, without changing the legs, walk your hands to the right, a little bit off of the mat, and place your left hand on top of the right. Keep pressing the left hip back and your forehead on the floor. You'll feel a long stretch to the left side body. And then take it the other way. Walk your hands over to the left side, right hand on top of the left, stretching through the right side body. As you bring it to center, we're going to press up now to our hands and knees to a tabletop position. So your hands are directly under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Inhale, arch your back, gaze up, let your belly drop, cow pose. Then as you exhale, round for cat, pull your navel to your spine, push the floor away. 2 more times. Inhale to arch, move with your breath. Exhale, round. 1 more time. Inhale to arch. Exhale, round. Then find a nice neutral spine in the middle. Start to find your core. Extend the left leg back. Flex the foot and then reach your right arm forward. So reaching in opposite directions, pulling your abs in. Then as you exhale, round the back, pull the abs in and bring your knee to your elbow. Inhale, extend it back out and reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. 1 more time. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Just balance there and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down, tabletop. Other side, left arm forward, right leg back. Find that balance. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. 1 more time, knee to elbow. Extend it out, reach, and then hold. Find your center. 5, 4, almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Set it down, tabletop. Now we're going to take a nice stretch for the shoulder. Peel your right arm up, open the chest. Thread it through the left arm. You can keep your left hand where it is, or walk it forward and maybe a few inches to the right. Walk it in, press back up, tabletop. Then we'll switch sides. Peel the left arm up, open the chest, thread it through the right arm. Again, holding here or walking that right hand forward and a little towards the left. Walk it back in, tabletop. So we're going to set up for our first down dog, and we do down dog a lot in a traditional yoga class. It's kind of like our home base. It's where we start most of the time all of our sequences from. So you want your hands shoulder width, tuck your toes, spread through your fingers. As you lift your butt up, you're going to press your chest back towards your thighs. And then first just double check, your hands are shoulder width. Take your arms, wrap the triceps back, then pack the shoulders into the sockets, and then press back. And just let your head hang. Shake it yes, shake it no. Make sure there's no tension there. Keep wrapping the shoulders away from their ears. Then look at your feet. Turn them in a little bit so that you can't see your heels. Just slightly pigeon-toed, and your feet are about 6 to 8 inches apart, hips width, where your hip bones are. Now bend your right knee a lot and push your left heel closer to the floor. So you're going to get a nice stretch to the calf and hamstring of that left leg. And then we switch. We'll push the right heel to the floor as you bend the left leg. And just do that 1 more time on each side, opening up through the backs of the legs. And then start to straighten out both legs. Press the chest back, press the heels towards the floor. And it doesn't matter if your heels actually touch the floor. The more you practice yoga, the closer they'll get to the floor over time as the hamstrings get more open. Now, a good way to check your alignment here in your down dog is come into your high plank. You should be able to shift from high plank to down dog without moving the hands and feet. So try that a couple times. And if you need to adjust your feet or your hands when you come to plank, then keep it there and just press back to down dog. Good. Meet back in your down dog. Look forward. Walk your feet as many steps as you need up towards your hands. Bend your knees. Grab opposite elbows and hang forward. Ragdoll pose. And then just gently sway side to side. Shift the weight from the right foot to the left foot. As your hamstrings get more open, if it feels okay to straighten the legs, you can straighten them. But don't force them straight. You can always keep that little bend in the knees. Keep that head and neck nice and relaxed here. Then maybe shift forward and back from the balls of the feet to the heels. And just notice how that changes the stretch. And then release your hands. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Inhale to a flat back. So that might mean fingertips on the floor. That might mean you need to come up a little higher to your shins. You might even need to bend the knees and get your hands on your shins that way. You just want to really lengthen out your spine and take the roundness out. So you don't want to be hunched. You want to be nice and flat. And then exhale, forward fold and just hang forward. Now using that flat back that you created, you're going to sweep the arms out to the side, stand all the way up, reverse swan dive, bring the palms to touch, then swan dive with a flat back, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, plant those hands, step back to that high plank position. Now this first one, we're going to practice a modified chaturanga. So you'll put the knees down, keep the abs in, look forward, chest forward, hug your elbows in, lower just halfway, and then straighten the arms. So it's just like a tricep push-up. Again, lower and straighten. Elbows point straight back. One more time, lower, and this time come all the way to the floor. Press to the tops of the feet, engage your quads so the kneecaps lift. Roll your shoulders back, then peel the chest up. And see if you can hover the hands in cobra. So you're using your back strength to lift, not just the arms. And then release and press back to a child's pose. Reset there for a moment. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Look forward, step one foot and then the other foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up to stand. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. This time we're going to try regular chaturanga. So you'll step back to high plank, but you can repeat the one we did before with the knees down. If you're coming into regular chaturanga, look forward, shift to your toes, hug the elbows in, just lower halfway, then flip to the tops of your feet as you straighten your arms, press your chest through your arms, maybe gaze up or just gaze straight in front of you. Then pull from your abs, lift your butt up, and flip back over your feet to downward facing dog. Look forward, step your feet to the front again, bring your feet together. Inhale, flat back, exhale, fold. This time, chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, sink the hips back, reach the arms up. So it's a little different than a squat. You want to keep your abs in, you want to sit a little lower, but keep the knees behind the toes and your feet together and legs together. Just take another deep breath and then release to a forward fold. Inhale to your flat back, step back, high plank. Remember, you can modify with the knees down if you want. Shift forward, hug the elbows in, lower halfway. Inhale, stretch it out, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift your right leg up in the air. So walk the feet together and then lift the right leg up, three-legged dog. Step your right foot forward. Take your back heel, spin it down. Line up about heel to heel, maybe slightly wider, but your left toes are turned in towards the front. So we're setting up warrior one. When you come up, it's always a good idea to bring your hands onto your hips and push right hip back, left hip forward. So the bony parts of the hips are pointing directly forward. Then pull your abs in, your navel in, and then bend a little deeper into your front leg. If you find that your front knee is going past your toes, that means it's time to widen your stance. Make it a little bit longer. Keep relaxing your shoulders anytime the arms are up. Spread through your fingers and then spiral your pinkies in. So we have active arms. Now bring your hands to the floor. Step it back. Chaturanga, hug those elbows in. Inhale, up dog or modify with cobra. Exhale to down dog. Walk the feet together. Lift the left leg up, three-legged dog. Step it forward. Spin your back heel down. Warrior one. Turn that back foot in slightly. Square your hips, both hip bones pointing forward. Pull the abs in, take some of that arch out, and then bend a little deeper into the front leg. Good, relax your shoulders, spiral the pinkies in, active hands. Bring your hands to the mat, step back. Chaturanga, hug the elbows in. Remember, you can put the knees down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Walk the feet together. Right leg up again. Step it forward. This time it's going to be a little different. You're going to stand on the ball of your back foot. So you're probably going to have a longer stance than you did in your Warrior One because the back heel's lifted. Then reach the arms up. Crescent lunge. Hips are still square. Pull your abs in. Bend deeper into that front leg. If you need to modify, you can bend the back leg a little bit. Otherwise, try to straighten it out. Now from here, we're going to open it to Warrior Two. You're going to take your back foot, spin it down so that your right heel is lined up with the left arch. Your left foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat. Arms reach out, right arm forward, gaze towards your right hand. You want to make sure the knee and toes of that front foot point directly forward. Without changing the legs, flip the right palm up, reverse your warrior. Reach towards the back, and then windmill your hands down, step back. Chaturanga, low push up. You can also skip this if you want. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Last time, walk the feet together, left leg up. Step it forward. Stay on the ball of your right foot. Crescent lunge. Square your hips towards the front, pull the abs in, bend deeper into that front leg. Engage your back leg a lot. It's helping you to balance there. You're also going to feel probably that stretch in the front of the hip flexor. Then spin your back heel down, Warrior Two. Right leg parallel to the back edge of your mat. Left heel lined up with right arch. So it's always good, especially in the beginning, to look at your feet. Sometimes you think they're doing what they're supposed to do and they're not really. So you always want to double check and look at them. Look at your front knee. Make sure the knee and the toes are pointing directly forward. Stay low in that front leg as you flip the left palm up, reverse your warrior. Reach towards the back, stretch the left side body. Windmill your hands all the way to the front. Last time, chaturanga. Hug those elbows in. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to down dog. Come down to your knees, tabletop. You're going to keep your left hand down, kick your left shin to the side, and step your right foot back. Reach the right arm up. Modified side plank. Then take that right arm and just reach it forward. See if you can lift the hips up a little more. Stretch to that right side. Then bring it down, tabletop. And just switch sides. Kick your right shin to the right. Step the left foot back as you peel that left arm up. Modified side plank. Reach the left arm forward. Lift the hips up a little more. Make that arc shape. And back to your tabletop. Okay, we're going to just have a seat on the mat. So cross the legs, have a seat. Take your legs out straight. Flex the feet, sit up tall. Fold forward, Paschimottanasana. You might be grabbing onto your legs, your ankles, your feet, or your wrist. Flex those feet the whole time, and then once you've gotten as far as you can, just drop your head. Now as you come up, we're going to make our way onto our back. So rolling onto your back. Scoot forward if you need to so you have some room. Place your feet on the floor, hips width. Okay, so your toes are pointing forward. Ideally, you want your heels close enough to your butt that you can just lightly brush them with your longest fingers. Now, if that's not physically possible, then just get the heels as close as you can for now. Keep your toes pointing forward. Don't let them turn out. Lift your butt up. Bridge pose. Hands might stay flat for today, or see if you can interlace them and then take one shoulder underneath and then the other shoulder underneath. Wiggling those shoulder blades closer together and then press down through the arms. Lift your butt up, your stomach up, your chest up, stretching out that front side of the body and strengthening the back side of the body. Take one more deep breath. As you come down, lying down butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, let the knees open wide. You can rest the hands on your stomach, to the side, or overhead. Just find a comfortable position, close the eyes, slow down the breath. Then from here, coming into happy baby, grab the inside edges of your feet. If you can't reach the feet, you can also grab behind your knees. You want your knees bent here, press your tailbone down, flex your feet, and then use your hands to push down into the knees or the feet. So it's like you're trying to press your knees towards the floor and the outside of the ribs. They won't touch the floor, but that's where they're going, and you'll feel that stretch in the hips when you do that. And then maybe give it a little rock side to side, massage your back. And hug both knees into your chest. You're going to take a nice hip stretch for the outer hip here. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Your legs should look like number 4. If you need to, you can stay here, or you're going to thread right arm through the hole, left arm around. You might grab the hamstring, or if you can reach, grab your shin, and then lay your head back down. Flex both of your feet, and use your arms to help pull the legs in closer to you. And just take a few breaths here, creating some space in that right outer hip. Gently release, place the feet on the floor, and then we'll just take that right to the other side. Left ankle over the right thigh, make your number 4, thread the arms through, grab the hamstring or the shin, and then as you lay back down, you use your arms and pull the legs in closer. You always want to flex the feet to protect your knees, especially that top leg in this position. Breathe some space into your left hip. Gently release. We're going to place both feet back on the floor. Take your arms straight out to the side like a T. Bring your knees up towards your stomach and then let them drop to the left side first. Turn your head to the right and close the eyes, just coming into a nice gentle twist before Shavasana. It's good for your spine, your chest, your internal organs, digestion. Bring the knees through center. And to drop them to the right side, turn your head towards the left and take your twist to the other side. As you come back to center, we're going to extend the legs out for Shavasana. Let the feet fall open about as wide as your mat. Let your arms relax alongside you, palms face up. Tuck your shoulder blades down the back, keep the neck long, and close your eyes here, clear away all of your thoughts. You can let go of that Ujjayi breath, just come into your normal breathing, and just let every muscle relax into the floor. Depending on how much time you have, if you can, stay here for 5 minutes. If not, just maybe 1 to 2 minutes, or as long as you can before you need to move on with the rest of your day.